Joining me now is Mmusi Maimane, the DA mayoral candidate for Johannesburg. Mmusi, thanks very much for joining us this evening. To be fair, let's have a look at the figures here. The ANC government's built nearly 5 million houses between 96 and 2009. Household electricity's increased by 120% over the same period. Water services rose by 71%. Is it really fair to fight a campaign based on non-delivery by the ANC?
I think it's fair that when you start to understand how housing is allocated, that's the mandate of provincial government. When you look at other basic services that you're referring to, I think you can look around places in Soweto, places in Zandspruit, places like that, and you discover that actually none of these services are reaching there. Also, we've got to assess quite thoroughly what is the cost of this investment, at what length has it been, how many of the said houses have had to be rebuilt. And so I think that what's critical to us to assess is that actually what quality are we getting for the investment we're making as the people of Johannesburg. That's the case that we're making going forward.
Mmusi, you've run a much cleaner campaign this time round, free of mudslinging. You must have done some research that prompted you to change your strategy.
Certainly. I think as the Democratic Alliance, first of all, we're the diverse alliance. We're the most diverse party in the country. We believe in the future of South Africa. We believe that it's important that everyone, whatever background, whatever economic strata they come from, can identify with a new brand. And actually, for the first time, this election is a contrast between two parties, both in government, about delivery. And so what we're really saying is that we don't have to get into the mudslinging, because that's not the issues. We have to look at comparisons between track records, how well we've delivered, and let's give the voter that choice.
You've gone into a traditional ANC stronghold like Soweto to launch your campaign. Foolhardy or optimistic?
Certainly, certainly. What we're discovering is that when you go to places like Meadowlands and Protea South, more Sowetans are saying the DA is our alternative. They're coming on board and they're saying it's an exciting place. But also, it's a fact that also Sowetans are starting to appreciate that they require services. I'm sure you can appreciate that for many of the Sowetans, there's still some challenges with supply of electricity. There's still some people even in Soweto who are still battling with some basic. And also when you look at issues of service delivery in terms of the collection of rubbish, etc., Sowetans are starting to say, wait, we want a party, we want to decide elections on the basis of the fact that it's about service delivery. So we're excited about it, really.
But a number of people are saying the DA is still a party of white privilege and black sellouts. I mean, how do you divorce people who are so emotionally bonded to a party like the ANC and get them to follow you?
What's important to note is that when we want to look at the future of South Africa, the future of South Africa is diverse, it's consistent of all races. It often actually really disturbs me when people want to try and return us as South Africans back to our past and force us to make elections about race and saying this is a white party and that's a black party. Actually, it's about diversity. It's about the future of South Africa. Personally, I'm excited to be part of the Democratic Alliance because we've got to make the issues the issue. We have to make delivery about the issue more centrally and move people away. And for those out there who are starting to think about where they could fit in this political landscape, it's important for them to also make the transition towards the Democratic Alliance because they realize that actually we've proven that in government we can do well. Also, what's important about the Democratic Alliance is that we critically believe in an open opportunity society, which argues that actually anybody is welcome to come into the party and compete well and also be able to lead within this party.
One final question to you, Mmusi. There are also polls conducted showing that apathetic ANC voters will not see you as an alternative. What's wrong with your party that they don't?
Well, I think it's a journey that we've got to go on. I think people are disgruntled with the ANC. That's the ANC's problem to deal with. In the last voter registration, over 1 million voters that registered, and they were all under the age of 30. This is the future of South Africa. These are young people who are coming on board saying the DA is our home. And we're also seeing broadly more and more people. We welcome 40 ANC members in Tshepisong the other day who are coming on board saying this is a new home for this is the future of South Africa.
Mmusi Maimane, Joburg mayoral candidate, thank you very much for joining us. Mmusi Maimane from the Democratic Alliance. It's going to be a tough battle in Gauteng, no doubt, Nikiwe.